Hello, welcome in guys again. Today I'm going to start releasing my video about pretty much what everybody else is doing. Today, you guys guessed it, my video personally on my thoughts and opinions on Ark Royal META, our new meta ship that we just obtained a couple weeks ago into our new meta phase and everything like that as well. But also, like my previous video from hiryuu META, I'm going to be also explaining how to obtain her. And then later towards the video, I'll explain my personal thoughts and opinion about her. Further ado, let's go ahead and begin. So, coming back to us now again, what is the meta ships? Meta ships are the new alter versions of ships that exist in an alternate dimension. Pretty much they're late game boss ships that we farm for. As we know, we only know that 5 to 6 exist so far of what we can expect. Pretty sure they're going to save the last two that everyone pretty much wants towards the end, which would be Enterprise and Takao, which is what we're looking for, aka Ash and Ember. But other than that, that's pretty much what they are. And a lot of you are still probably wondering, what is Operation Siren, especially for new players who kind of just joined during this as well. Operation Siren is our late game new content that we got released to us back a couple months ago as well. It's a whole new universe of everything for in-game content, where you'll pretty much be focusing on making new gear for best in slot, stuff like that as far as equipment. New in-game farming stuff for your meta ships to obtain them, and a bunch of new siren bosses and everything like that. It's another way to keep yourself entertained instead of playing Chapter 12 and Chapter 13 constantly, because we all know we don't want to play Chapter 13 constantly because Taiho is annoying and Chapter 13 sucks to begin with. And it's a little bit better after you safe farm it, but you know, Chapter 13 sucks to begin with. So, how do we necessarily obtain hiryuu META? Obviously, same thing as Ark Royal META of how you're going to obtain her. It all starts with Operation Siren. Now, Operation Siren, you can be getting your things called ashen coordinates, which if you look up here in your top left corner, you have 0 out of 100 to begin, so you need 100 ashen coordinates to spawn your own run for your meta. Now, how these runs work is that you farm your normal daily maps, whether you're farming daily missions, you're farming certain zone, node, abyssal, whatever. You get coordinates by completing your missions and your maps, and then those add up to 100, and then you farm your own run. How the runs work as well is that you have 2 of your own runs that you can do yourself. If you're struggling, you can throw it up for support in your guild if you're in a guild, or you can throw it up to the world and they can help you, or you can throw it up to your friends as well and they can help you with your damage as well. Now, with how unfortunately starting the meta ships are kind of unlucky, so your progress is going to depend on how much luck you actually have. So if your ability to clear higher level meta versions of that ship, you will be perfectly good and a steady roll to obtain your meta within your first dupe of your meta within a couple of weeks of playing. So at 5,000 points, you have a scale. It's like any other event. You do this many amount of points, you get this amount of goodies back to you. You get some parts to level up your ship. You get a box. You get a cat box. You get whatever. It's a bunch of different rewards. And at 5,000 points, you get your first copy of your meta, which is your base copy. And then from there, the more amount of points you get, you're going to get your limit break copies, and that's how you limit break them. To level up their skills, I highly recommend, if you can, is to farm Operation Siren. They get a lot more XP towards their skills than just using them in regular chapters to farm. If you can't necessarily farm Operation Siren, then you can definitely just level up their skills in the normal mode, such as whatever the highest chapter you can farm, so you can optimize your XP in the greatest way possible. So going on from there, your ashen coordinates total, you have 2 physical runs you can do yourself. You get up to 100, you start your run, and you do that and go from there. Every time you beat your run, your version of your meta will progressively grow into level, all the way up to level 15, just like we had for Ark Royal and we have for hiryuu. Or hiryuu gets to be 126 at level 15, Ark Royal will get the same way, where she's 126 at level 15 as well. So the more you beat it, the progressively harder that she gets. and then sniping out ever the hardest one you can do in world bosses. So you get a total of 5 runs per day. To maximize your output, you want to look for the highest level farm in the world you could do, whatever level it is, 8, 9, 10, whatever is the highest available that day, and then doing your own too, so you can maximize your amount of point gain per run, and then that would help you out as well. After you attain your first dupe, you want to make sure that you continue your dailies every single day. Now, you don't really have to rush it, sort of say, because like our first one, we had like 3 months to obtain her and get all the other stuff and everything like that as well. So you can miss a couple days. It just depends on like the type of rewards that you want to receive. So for example, if you click down at your Ashen Showdown, this will have a red check marker on it when you're ready to do it, or when you're farming your map, it will pop up a box that says you have max Ashen coordinates, would you like to go and do your runs. As you can see out of here, I have daily attempts 3 out of 3. To attempt this, you would just hit boss list, and then out of here you can see what people have in the world. So you can see that now there are a bunch of 10s. 10s are going to be pretty much the highest you want to go. So then from there you would just hit start battle, you would help them load out, and then good to go from here. So you can do 3 daily attempts, maximize it. If you beat it, you'll get your points. If you don't beat it, you still get points either way. It's up to you. It just helps them get damage onto their boss so they don't have to really deal with it or anything like that as well. And then you do the same thing with your daily boss. The good thing about your daily boss is that you're not capped to how many times you can run it. You can just keep doing it until you beat it yourself, or you can wait for your friends, your guild, or yourself to beat it. So you don't have to keep sitting there and waiting and rerunning coordinates to do one run. So once you unlock your version, you can just farm it as many times as you want, versus where the dailies, you only get 1 attempt at it from there and everything as well. So that's how those runs work. Once your Ashen coordinates are out and you've done all 5 of your daily runs, you can no longer do more runs for that day. Your runs will reset the next following day from there. Now, pretty much how the meta shifts work in general, as I said, they're going to scale and level based off how their level is. So like level 10, they're around 106 and everything like that. Each meta has a different version of like how they were. So just bring your best possible DPS and do the most amount of damage that you can. You don't really have to feel afraid that you're not going to beat it. Just go out there and do something from there. As you see, I got 57 points for helping one of my guildmates and everything like that as well. So I'll do the rest of my builds later because I don't want to do all my builds during the video for you guys to see how that works, because I don't think that really helps you guys, me watching me murder bosses and stuff like that. And then when you get yours, you'll go to my bosses, and when you have enough of yours, you'll see a black box on the screen, and it'll say like data analysis. You click on that box, it'll take you to your own boss, and then you go from there. So now from here, you see your boss list and your data sync. You can click on your data sync, and it'll show you your metas that you have. The kind of nice thing about your metas is that if, hey, I don't really want to farm for Ark Royal right now, I was slightly farming for hiryuu, and I didn't really finish her, you can actually click on her and continue your progression through here too. So you can still do like your research and stuff and everything from her, and kind of level her up and upgrade her and stuff like that if you still need to be, like through your activations and everything. Her sync is still there, but you can still get to like your upgrade her skills and stuff like that, and work on her skills and fortify her if you have your stuff. So you don't have to like feel bad that you didn't really have enough time to like update her or anything like that. You can always go back and still upgrade her skills. The only thing you can't get are like her dupes or everything until her event reopens to sync back to her and everything like that. But you can still level up her skills. Now keep in mind that if you're swapping back between your metas, you can only level up 1 skill per meta at a time. You can't level up 2 skills at a time. So whatever meta ship you want to level, you need to focus on them. It's kind of like PR or like research, you know. So if you're focusing on a certain ship, you can't go and then go and then wait and then do all that again, you know, and focus on them. You want to just make sure if I'm going to focus meta skills or hiryuu skills, I'm going to do hiryuu skills. If I'm going to do Ark Royal skills, I'm going to do Ark Royal skills. So that's kind of the nice thing for that as well. And then you do your daily attempts and your boss runs and everything like that as well. So there's not really like a super optimal way to get like all of your coordinates and anything. You want to just pretty practically farm like your dailies and your missions. You can do abyssals, which are your little red crates with like cat looking enemy thing on it. You can do your strongholds, which are a pain in the ass, which are your swirly things on the map and all that as well. You can do your chest, you can do the green clipboards, anything that will help you, anything you do will help you obtain your coordinates and everything like that. And then furthermore, let's go ahead and express my opinions about our great girl, Ark Royal. So a lot of people obviously, compared to her original one and obviously hiryuu, a lot of people are seeing her as more of a disappointment of the meta ships. When she was very first released, and if reading into the lore and following the games and how the actual sirens and meta ships in general worked, if you read into the lore, Ark Royal wasn't meant to be that powerful compared to, you know, Ashen and Ember, which are going to probably be our two strongest meta ships that we obtain. But by far, she's not the greatest compared to it. Her original one, or her original copy of Ark Royal, is still a lot better than her and is going to be able to do a lot more damage and everything than her, and is a higher tier aircraft to focus. So if you obtain her and you want to level Ark Royal meta, level her. It's your ship. It's not what we say. Our opinion is just here to help you guys kind of guide you in a direction or anything like that as well, or give you an opinion of what we think about it and everything like that. But it's your ship. You level who you want to level, and we're not telling you who to level and anything like that as well. But if you have an original version of your Ark Royal, I would focus on leveling her first and then your meta, because your original version of Ark Royal is going to do a lot better as far as damage than the newer version of Ark Royal meta. Now, necessarily does not mean that the Ark Royal meta isn't bad, but she's not that great compared to, you know, hiryuu that we just got, where hiryuu was a complete upgrade over her original one, where she had a lot more DPS, she had a lot more utility, she had a lot of setup, she had a lot of great damage, and to where she can kind of keep on, not really par, but kind of keep herself up there with some of the more top carriers in the game, like Essex and Shinano and Saratoga and all of them, you know, like Graf, Zeppelin, stuff like that, Enterprise, everything like that. But Ark Royal meta, I would probably see falling under tier, if we were put it in tier, which I don't like really doing tier lists, I would probably see her falling under tier 2 to tier 3, if anything. She's got a lot of unique skills and everything. I don't really want to spoil the skills. We'll go over the skills much more when we actually have her physically unlocked and everything. Obviously, there's data mines out there that can tell you the skills and everything like that, but it's better to physically see the character itself and everything like that as well. And with Ashen Simulation around the corner, we'll be getting a video out on that as well for the rerun and everything like that, as everyone's super excited to finally obtain their Alabama and their Baltimore. And the two new interesting destroyers that we got during the event, which I wasn't really hoping for destroyers, but it is what it is. It's two new ships, which is good, and at least we got some destroyers, so I'm very curious to see how good they're going to be and everything like that as well. But other than that, guys, this is just a super basic ultimate guide that I wanted to give you for Ark Royal meta, about my personal opinions, kind of like how to obtain her, if she's worth farming for. As I said, it's up to you if you want to farm for your meta ships. If you want to focus on your hiryuu meta, definitely level her. She's extremely good. If you want to focus on your Ark Royal meta, do it as well. I'm just here to tell you the basics of how pretty much to obtain her and how to get her and everything like that, and in my personal opinions about her. But I definitely believe that for a new player to obtain her, if you can do Operation Siren, try to do your runs and get her, because a lot of you guys aren't going to have a good carriers to begin with starting, unless you have like Illustrious and Enterprise and Saratoga already. But for Saratoga to get to where she really is, you really need her retrofit and everything like that as well to start doing the damage that she really sees as a top tier carrier and everything like that as well. But anyways, guys, I hope this helped you out a little bit. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll be going live later on Twitch, so if you guys want to come and join us on Twitch later, I will be going live at 2 p.m. Arizona Standard Time as well. You guys can come out and join us there as well. I like to actually seeing a lot of you guys. You guys have been actually coming out lately and chilling with us, so that's pretty cool and everything. And again, as always, I realize that we just hit over 600 subs. Thank you guys again so much for everything. The appreciation on the videos is amazing. New commenters every day and everything like that. I love reading your guys' comments and everything. And eventually we'll be working on some more videos ideas as well that I got planned out and everything as well. We'll get a video in for our Ashen rerun simulation. Anyway guys, hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see all you guys again next time. Have a good one.